Hi there, sign of Aquarius. This is Kim with your messages today. These are for your next 3 days, meant to find you, to help you with messages from Spirit, from your angels. And the message that was coming through as I was sitting down was in a hot minute. In a hot minute. I don't know why that was coming. In a hot minute. Something's going to be done in a hot minute. And so it's like it can mean two things. It can mean that something might take a little while, but all in all, it's actually going to be pretty fast. Or it can mean that that something's going to happen very fast. So the way that I'm interpreting, why did in a hot minute come? Hot minute. Is that a Red Hot Chili Pepper song too? I think it is, or like a name of one of their albums or something. Anyways. Just one hot minute. Okay, it's one of the better ones because it was from the beginning, like their start. So anyway, but the whole point is that something is coming in really fast that I feel like has been a hot minute. Like it's been a while coming in, but it's coming in. This can be love. This can be an explosion of your career or your finances. It can be something like that. So, but I mean, they're just giving me, they're showing me the flame, and something that when it happens, it's going to happen really quick. It could be a really quick blow up too. I mean, you could be working on things for years and have like a steady success, a steady climb, and then all of a sudden, wow, there's like the spike, there's that rise. So, so that's what I'm getting for that part. Let's go ahead and look. I think I did a Celtic cross last time. So I'm going to do oracle cards and we'll pull tarot too. And the song is coming through. It's been coming through all morning. I think it's the Cars. And it's, well, you can tell my age, King. I think it's the Cars, and it is, I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to love. Like that song's coming through too. So you have maybe somebody realizing that you're just what they need, or that's the energy coming through that you're going to experience. Is like, oh wow, I think you're just what I needed. Okay, so I have Mercury, I have communication, and this comes in pretty fast, right? So, oh, that is a one hot minute type of energy. Quick communication, travel, inspiration. Mercury, influence. I'm thinking influence, and I'm thinking connections. Wow. You're really going through a very big transformative process because you have the Drowned King on the bottom. That's a very big card. It's a very big card. It's probably underrated in this deck by me when it comes out or when I see it, because it's huge. It's when you open up to different possibilities of who you want to human being. Who do you want to be? That's your job, is to be, right? Who do you want to be? And so the Drowned King to me is somebody that's doing that really strong, deep self-inquiry where they're like, yeah, I'm going to toss this label. I'm not going to identify with that anymore. There's things that we identified with that were molding our experience. Even our beliefs, it's a big card. Like I can't even say it. I can't sum it up in a few sentences how big the Drowned King is. It's switching up archetypes. I mean, it's switching up archetypes. Unless you get into your rainbow body and you ascend because you're just that good at meditation and maybe Buddhist techniques. So unless that's happening, then I'm thinking that this is representing you stepping into another archetype. So this is perfect because we'll get the Kim Krans archetype deck. That was her alchemy deck, kind of like how it all happens, right? What's the action, the chemistry, that's the alchemy. This is her, what's the archetype going to be? So let's see, let's ask, what's the archetype going to be? for Aquarius. What's the archetype going to be for the viewers watching this right now, for my Aquarius watching this right now? The maiden. You don't have to be a female. This is the maiden mother crone archetype, and the maiden is ready to try something new, to try something thrilling and exciting. So it's about anybody's. I always picture a maiden at a crossroads. I just always see when I see this card, I see somebody standing at a crossroads, and both of them kind of feel like they're maybe dark. Maybe you can see glimmers down one path and the other path is even darker, but there's not much being shown. You don't know, you don't have experience on this particular path. Could very well be parts of the path that you're going on, you're going to have to pioneer the way. You don't know for sure because it's that dark, but in a good way, because this is it really embracing the unknown. It's embracing adventure and trying something new just for the sake of giving it a try. If something happens, if something doesn't work out as you planned, you still have a bittersweet symphony that you're left with, you know. So in life, no matter what the emotion is, we all always look, I feel like as a soul, we even are able to definitely distinguish that it was all just experience, and what a beautiful experience. Ooh, the siren. That's too many though. But the siren is alluring, attractive. So you are attracting new experiences, new people, new opportunities, and paths that you have never explored before. So the Father is coming out and the Judge. Oh, wow. You're going to have to... Okay. Whoa. Whoa. The tear. I'm thinking I should look at this very abstractly. Okay. So this Father archetype, the Judge card, I'm kind of looking at this as being very responsible, grounded, and sure of your actions. With this tear on the bottom, I've got to say that there may be something, you can't look so abstractly about this, that has to do with a father possibly holding back somebody from some experiences, holding them back there. So I'm getting a vibe of overprotective vibe of something that you've had to deal with. They don't have to be the father, but this is an energy that can cut you off if you don't do what they say. And so I feel like there were some new experiences, or wanting to have new experiences in your life, that you had to push down. And there's some sadness, there's repression there with that. Could be an actual the Father archetype, you know, somebody that's a little, could have been kind of harsh on how they judged you, or how they did give support, didn't give support. Like it's the contrast of both. I'm getting the feeling of being raised with a a passed down labels and predictive programming of how things should be. And I think that that's probably this is probably why the tear is here. This is probably why the Drowned King is here, because this must be the issue that's kind of dissolving in a sense. And it's also, to me, representing, though, your power in yourself, your own judgments, your own big decisions. And that has to do with, like, your foundation. So we have very different, we have opposing, not opposing, but we have very different energies of being wild and free and about to explore. Communication, travel, and then I have this energy that's like, well, hold up before you do something. You know what I'm saying? Hold up before you do what you want to do, and you should probably do what you want to do. All right, well, let's just move on from that, and let's see what else this Mercury, this communication, is going to be about for Aquarius. Now, I mean, contrast, though, you know, we have contrast. So some of you all could have a very stable, grounded father, very responsible, who hasn't made you feel any sort of way. But okay, what's coming in? Communication. What kind of communication, influence, or travel even is coming in? The Seven of Cups. Okay, so there's going to be a lot. A lot of different choices, a lot of different options. Why do I have the Three of Swords, the Hierophant? It's like the Judge energy is coming out with this Hierophant. Oh. Lots of different choices, lots of different options. There's something here about heartbreak or sadness. May have to do with a connection. I'm picking up on an energy of people that felt almost like led into a commitment, or the Hierophant energy, like a marriage, but doesn't have to be a marriage. But there was something here that messed with the mind or messed with the emotions, and that caused heartache in a connection. Feeling kind of messed with, feeling like you don't know what your emotions are. Like imagining like you saying that to somebody, or having that in your head, like you don't really know how you feel, do you? There's something here with that. And the Three of Swords. We have 3-3. So you also have a very strong connection to God, Source Creator, with the Hierophant. You have a good connection, a good connection with your Ascended Masters, 33, Master number 33. In a way, you could be a spiritual teacher or a leader too. I've tried to fit in all of the messages coming. Not everybody's going to be dealing with that type of a commitment, and that, but I feel like it's something presently that's going on. If that does resonate with you, is this, and maybe that's putting you in a place of not knowing exactly how to feel, right? Or what to choose, who to choose. So I have 3-3. I have the Three of Wands, a beautiful card, especially on this Sci-Fi Tarot, because it says, a journey into the unknown. Where are you going, and what will you do once you get there? A light on the horizon calls to you. You're standing on the precipice. So you're about to go in the direction of justice. Secret obsession. I'm picking up on an energy. I'm not really sure if I'm going to talk about it much, because I'm not sure if you like this energy or this person, but I'm picking up on obsession, concealed obsession with you, concealed obsession, infatuation. I mean, it might be somebody you like. I don't know. It just looks like it's here with justice too. Maybe there's something about that though that's inconsistent, and so it makes you wonder, or something like that. Seven of Swords. We feel like somebody's not telling us the whole truth about something here. And we're having to be really strong in this situation. And we're trying to, I mean, we have a lot of confidence. You have the Strength card. So you do have a lot of confidence here. Seven of Swords can also be a strategy, right? But I don't know. I'm keeping something to themselves. Keeping something to themselves. Keeping to themselves. Why the Seven of Swords? And the Seven of Cups. 7, 7. 3, 3, 7, 7. The Chariot. 7, 7, 7. Holy. The Knight of Wands too. I feel like this has to do with you taking action, but I'm picking up on a storyline. It's just coming in, but I'm always hesitant to say things that I know aren't going to resonate with everybody. Okay, so take that as it is, as I say that, only if it resonates. But a feeling of like somebody has not been telling you exactly where they've been traveling or where they've been going. Now, and for others of you all, this is about those choices, those options, the strategy that you must take from this point. This actually could be everybody. The strategy that you must take at this point in order to get things moving and put things into action. Something feels like a spiritual challenge, a spiritual struggle to get it moving. And I think it's because you feel like someone's not being exactly crystal clear with you. Well, it doesn't matter. You're going to manifest what you want to manifest. You have the Magician. I mean, it does matter. We don't like heartbreak. I don't want heartbreak for anybody. It does matter. But you are master of everything, the Magician. So you're the element that's really needed, you know, in order to bring everything together for a manifestation. So you're very powerful. You're in this Magician mode and the Strength. Like, you have a lot of power, and definitely you're going to have a victory. It's not this victory, this movement. I don't think it's been anything easy at all. You have an unexpected offer, opportunity proposed to you. The Knight of Cups, it's usually a positive card of somebody wanting to offer their cup of love. And it could be this person that you're like, I'm just confused about how you feel. It very well could be. But this kind of comes out of the blue. We have the Star, there's your energy. It produces movement. It's a knight, and it goes in the direction that we're wanting it to go in. It feels a little dreamlike when it's the Knight of Cups. I have the Nine of Wands, which interesting. This card says barriers between us. There's this energy I'm picking up on of you being very protective of yourself at this point, because and what actions you take. You've not quit. You've not quit at all. It's just that you've been this spiritual warrior so to speak. You've been the spiritual warrior, so you've been the person that has had to have a lot of spiritual warfare attacks going through other people maybe too. And so now, like, you stand firm, but you're guarded a little bit. But you haven't quit. You're guarded, but you haven't quit. And I have the Ace of Cups. So there might be a situation or person that you end up meeting that's new, that's going to, or this new beginning and something very loving, the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, yeah. And it may be, it might be asking of you to lower your defenses. Maybe this is the experience that you've had, you know, with this Three of Swords. I could see it as being like you've been hurt in the past here. This has happened. But I'm picking up this feeling of you're still strong, but you can be open, allowing vulnerability for whatever this is. Because it's the Star. It's the dream come true type card, you know. It's your dream come true. It's something you've always wanted. And your future starts now. Ace of Cups can be a beautiful career experience. It can be a wonderful love relationship. Yeah, the Star. So the Star is here. You're going to feel like everything's just kind of faded and it's lining up for you. Ace of Swords says an intellectual gift. So whatever kind of strategy you're working on, it's going to work out because you're very intelligent as you are. And for some of you all, sorry I keep doing it like that, by the way, but that's just how these messages are coming through because there's so many different, I'm picking up on different energy. There is an actual father figure who is a barrier because of their judgment, because of what they say between somebody else. And that's not a lot of people. That's not for a lot of people. So we're not letting anything stand in our way from the past because we have the book burning. So these could have been the energies where people tried to do this, but it didn't really work. And now you're the one in control of like burning the book. I see changing the narrative back to like some sort of truth of yours. And like it says here, they could have tried censorship, silencing or control, persecute, limiting freedom or constraints. Yeah, but maybe they just didn't know what kind of a magician you were, because that's how you come out of that energy. Whoa. You just burn that past chapter. Yep. Dear John. See, there's this new thing coming in, but there's also this thing changing, the old thing going out that I'm picking up on. I have Dear John, rejection, cold hard truth, breaking up, setting boundaries, strange situation, final chord, cutting cords, and then I have within a few days the tandem bicycle, synchronized alliance, duo, partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, hookup. It says it's going to unfold in a matter of days. Okay. Well, so that's what I've got for you. I think I'm going to wrap it up at this point. I keep saying 44, but let's give you an angel number message. Thank you for joining me today. Hope that you got something from the reading. Expect the unexpected for sure, and some kind of communication coming in. Seems like lots of communication actually. 26, 18. These both have to do with your heart and your heart being so kind. Yeah, I am kind-hearted with 18. It's saying that your heart is aligned with the highest good of all. And 26 is coming up with solutions to meet people's needs. It's like doing something in a very kind of graceful way. I am tactful, a skilled and graceful way. I am tactful. 000 is reminding you that you're one with the Creator, and that you have the ability to create something wonderful in this lifetime, whatever you want. It's the adventure, right? So I am a creator. And that's what I've got for you all. Bye.